Good morning, friends. Saturday morning comics. Hello to you all. I got Charlie with me here, and I've got Kate with me here with her new haircut. Excited to show off her new do. Good morning to everyone. I hope you're having a pleasant weekend and maybe reading some comic books on this 4th of July weekend. That's what Charlie and Kate and I have been doing this morning, reading some comics, sitting on the couch. Jennifer's already eating her bagel. So now Charlie's going to join in. Look, some love for the haircut already happening in the chat. Let's scroll up and say hello to Luke from Hydra Collectibles. I will say one of the really most unique and interesting channels I've found on YouTube. Huge knowledge of comics, collectibles, special effects, movies, Lost, TV shows.
Hey, we have our shirts.
His Hydra is named for several different things. Not only Hail Hydra from Captain America in comics, but there's a mythology character, and then there's a Hydra in Lost. So lots of things going on there. Hello to X11 Bravo. Happy 4th of July weekend to you.
Hydra like one of the Dharma stations.
Hello to Rob Boswell. Good morning to you. Southern Comic Geek has coffee poured and bagels ready. Good morning. We got Cade from Burning Block 99. I think he is still in Florida with Rena on a book tour with Dad. Hope that's all really going well. Watch out for the heavy rains and the gators and all that stuff. We got Jennifer from Comics Will Break Your Heart. I hung out with Jennifer last night, and we agreed on a ton of good comics, and I appreciated her reviews in a big, big way because I've been reading a bunch of things based on her recommendations.
Wait, Jennifer was there last night?
Yes, she was on the show with me last night.
You didn't tell me?
I didn't tell you. And so was Will the Beast.
I knew that because I said
and
hi.
Fire Guy Ryan.
You're so mean.
No Bearded, though.
Aww.
I was standing in for Bearded. We got Justin from No Good Comics. He is interviewing one of the raddest dads that I know in YouTube today in about 2.5 hours. He's interviewing the boy who had 7 on his channel. So definitely make sure you are following Justin for that. It should be a lot of fun. Oop, I lost track of the chat. I'm going too slowly here. We got Grandmaster in the chat. How is it going?
What did he say?
Good to see you. You got this, is what it says. People liking Kate's haircut. Good morning to the chat. We got Ariel here. Good morning. Likes the new do on Kate. We all got a little trim up. Kate went a little different, a little more radical, exciting. TK from the Bat Cave. I got a whole Batman background today and a Batman discussion book that I want to get into at some point. So a little Batman theme going on this morning. 2nd Street Marvel's got that notification bell clicked. And I will say that is something that doesn't get enough discussion because I've noticed YouTube's algorithm is all wacky in June and now into July. If you don't click the little bell on the channels that you really care about, it's going to be easy to miss out on the content they drop. So you click the bell, you choose all notifications, and then whenever that person goes live or they drop a new video, you'll get a notice. And if it's a live stream, you'll get a notice 30 minutes before they go live and when they go live. So clicking the bell makes a huge difference. Make sure you don't miss stuff. What is up, Captain? How you doing, Captain Comics? Ahoy to you. Ignacio, what is going on, my man? Got Jason from Claiming Comics. What is going on, Jason? Good morning to you. Tony, Old Wolf, what is going on with you, my man? I know you're working a bunch of this weekend. Let's see here. Scrolling down. We got Promiscuous Time Traveler. If I can click on you, there you go. I appreciate you doing that, man. And hey, we all support each other, right? Growing together as a team. We have our Playdate buddy KK in the chat. Hope the time in the new house is going well. We got Air Spider 23. What is going on, Air Spider? Likes Kate's hair. KK's commenting on the hair.
Thank you.
Looks like they're doing some kind of a fun discussion in the chat on what they're reading. Cade, what's going on, man? He's mentioning the hair, likes the hair.
Yay.
Oh, did I miss something? Somebody's heartbroken. Uh-oh. Who's heartbroken? Uh-oh. Did I miss something? Hope we're all doing all right. Jennifer. Small. They're not so small anymore. My ladies are getting pretty big, I gotta say. Definitely getting to be big girls. JP Budget Collected. What is going on? JP and I. Oops, sorry. Hello to X11 Bravo again. JP and I have a very exciting show coming on Monday night because Comic Gories is back with the Summer Olympic Games. Monday night, we have the Indie Medley. We have opening ceremonies, and the games will get kicked off with indie comics. If you're an indie comic book fan, Monday night, we got 4 great YouTubers. They can only play indie comic books, and they're going to do a Comic Gories Special Olympics Games. So very exciting event.
How do you spell medley?
Medley.
I read a book once where there was a dog that had like a medal, and his name was Metley. I thought
okay.
Medley.
Captain Pike, good to see you, sir. How you doing? And there is one of the contestants in the Indie Medley for tomorrow night, or Monday night, I should say. So be prepared. White Whale Comics is competing for that gold medal in the Indie Medley. Yeah, somebody better come up with some good Comic Gories. I'm just saying, be ready. If you are a big fan of indie comics, this is a really great show. I think you'd be very entertained by that for sure. Top of the morning to Perry. How are you doing? Good to see you, lad. I went to that one from Irish to Scottish really quickly.
The way you just.
I hope everybody's off to a great holiday weekend. Maybe getting some time off.
Really?
Did anybody want to share anything right off the bat? Any books? Any comments? Super Russ is in the chat, and if anyone wants to drop his link, we are still on the push to 1,000 for Super Russ, trying to make sure he gets there before his YouTube anniversary next month. So anybody that wants to subscribe to a new channel, Super Russ is your guy.
How far is he away?
I think he's 20 away. He's in that neighborhood of 25 away, something like that. What is up, Cookie? Just a little podcast. My wife has Monday off, but I don't know about you, buddy. Lasso is here. What is going on? Charlie looks the most awake. Do you? Do you look the most awake? Sleepy Bear. She woke up super early today, had a bad dream. So she's been hanging out with me on the couch for most of the morning. Let's see here. No rest for the comic artist. All right, there you go. Big Will has arrived. I'm on his channel with D&D. Not this week, but next week. Hydra Collectibles. Luke is here. What's going on? I was just shouting out your channel a little earlier. And I think that, there's K Titus. Konnichiwa, K Titus. How you doing? Happy 4th of July to my American friends, right? I know that's an awkward one to celebrate between England and America. I understand. I wanted to talk about Batman. Should I just do Batman now? I mean, it's the thumbnail that I made was using this amazing Alex Ross Batman Rest in Peace cover. I have been reading my way through the Grant Morrison Batman, which includes the Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne books that you guys have been enjoying, some of those. And those are some really entertaining ones that I really enjoy. I really did not like this. So I don't know if there's anyone who can help explain Batman Rest in Peace to me. If you're a fan of Batman Rest in Peace, I would love more information because I did not care for this at all. The artwork is beautiful. Tony Daniel is a very talented artist and does some amazing pieces. And more importantly, the Alex Ross covers are all really, really beautiful. Alex Ross is an incredibly talented guy. I Did not enjoy this trade paperback. This was just a confusing, hallucinogenic mess.
Hallucinogenic. What?
Big word.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a fever dream, and I did not care for it. So, if maybe there's people out there that are like, "Oh, Rest in Peace is one of my favorite Batmans," and if it is, then I would love to hear an explanation because this just seemed like a mess to me. Did not enjoy this. I'm very much looking forward to getting into the next round of stuff, which is the Batman and Robin stuff with Dick Grayson. Pop's in the chat. What's going on?
Pop.
Yeah. So to White Whale Comics' point, Grant Morrison tends to make very odd, unusual, psychedelic kind of stuff. So maybe I should have been ready. But I've read, I think now 5 different trades in this Grant Morrison run. And this one is the most bonkers of all of them. So yeah, a little bit out there. Yeah, I try. I try. Yeah, I try. What's up, Rod, my man? Rod has an exclusive comic that he is now selling. He's got a Virgin and a regular cover.
Did you write it?
No, he's selling. It's an exclusive cover that he had made, and it's an homage to an X-Men issue that I love. So I've got 2 of those coming. But if you want one, definitely go check out Rod's channel and get one of those. The Edge issue number 2 from Second Sight. Definitely worth checking out because I'm definitely getting 2 of those, and I'll do an unboxing at some point. What's up, Battle Panda? How you doing? We got 26 people in here. Thank you all for coming by, everybody. I'm sorry that I'm starting it off by just complaining about a book, but I guess that's that's the brand of my channel. I generally don't enjoy Batman stories when it's all about how Batman's crazy and he's lost his mind and he's gone nuts. It reminded me of the worst parts of the Tom King run. So this was just a confusing fever dream mess for me, and I'm looking forward to something different. So if you're a big Grant Morrison Batman fan, I'm sorry. I know this is one of the big trades in that storyline, but ugh. Not a fan. Just not for me. Save it for Wednesday, right? Save something for Wednesday. Which, by the way, the Wednesday we are back on book club looking back at the month of June. So White Whale and I are going to look back at June, the best books of June. So make sure it's on my channel, I think, this time. So check that out for sure.
Hey, Chad.
90 miles from comics. Boom, Chad, my man. It's good to see you, Florida brother. How you doing? Eddie saying hi to the chat. How's it going? Sorry, feel a sneeze coming. Ooh. JP says the brand of your channel. Wait, am I watching? No, you're not. Wait, we can share that branding, I suppose. Nice to see you, 90. Hope you're doing well, my man. Hope little 90's doing well. Now, Charlie, you did glance at that book. Hey, wow, 2 times. Hi.
Uncle DJ says he doesn't trust 2-time sneezers.
Well,
they're mad sus. That's what he said. Jack helped him with that. It was interesting.
Charlie, what did you think of that Batman book? You skim read that Batman book. What did you think? That's it? That's all you got to say?
I liked the girl. Like, she was kind of cool.
And then she becomes a villain, right?
Yeah.
Jet or Jezebel is her name.
Yeah, she could have been like, I don't know, could have stayed with her. She ruined it.
Yeah, she definitely is a villainess in a big way. What is up, Hoarders High? The Scott. If you guys don't know Scott, he's jumping in the chat here, and I'm going to be a guest on his show he's putting together here soon.
Daddy.
Little 90's getting big. He does take up a lot of time, I bet. No doubt.
Is it Scott or Steve?
Steve or Scott?
Mm-hmm. Scott or Steve.
Kate's making a Lost joke. If Hydra, I don't know if Luke is still watching, but Hydra Collectibles, my girls are watching Lost now. So let's check the shirts out. Girls, show off the shirts. Let's see the shirts. Kate's wearing a Black Rock Lost shirt. Charlie is wearing the a shirt of the candidates. You got to turn your body this way towards me. Locke, Reyes, Ford, Gerard, Shepard, and I can't remember the last one.
It's
Quan. There you go. So there you go. They have their own Lost shirts now. Be ready. See, Perry's like, that's so dope. The Black Rock, right? There you go. So they're getting into it. They're getting into Lost. I've indoctrinated them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk about that as well. They are now halfway through season 2. So they've gotten pretty deep on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another 15 hours of Lost discussions. I mean, hey, Lost with my daughters. There you go. Yeah, so there's the Black Rock ship. The I think it was a slave ship is what they said in the show. Slave ship. I will happily talk about Lost at any point. It doesn't take a lot of prodding. So you want to talk about Lost already? We got 26 people in the chat. It's instantly going to be like, what is happening? Battlestar Galactica could be next, White Whale. I mean, I don't know. You never know what's next. All right. So last time we said favorite characters, and you both said
Sawyer.
What about this time? Who is your favorite?
Sawyer.
Still Sawyer?
I like Saeed and Sawyer.
Ooh, liking Saeed more?
No, Saeed and Sawyer. I don't want to pick between.
You don't want to pick between
there was
them.
Another character who was it? That I was like, oh my god, they're so cool.
Locke.
It was Echo. Echo, I thought was so cool, and I really like Locke. Locke and Sawyer, my favorites.
So X11 says, never watched Lost. Can you pitch it to me? It would be something like this. A group of people on a plane from Sydney to Los Angeles crash on a mysterious island. And it's really about how they are working together to survive this odd island. This island that has some sort of seemingly magical powers and some seemingly unusual inhabitants already living on it. And our survivors are just trying to figure out a way to stay alive. Each episode focuses on one of the survivors, and you get a little bit of their backstory while you see them dealing with some issue on the island. Over the course of 6 years, you really get a sense for why they were brought there, what is happening on this island, and
who everyone is.
What the end game is really all about for these characters. So there you go. That's the shortest version I could do for that.
How many times have you rehearsed that to people?
I don't know that I ever rehearsed it, but I've certainly discussed it. Mm-hmm. Mr. Echo. Ignacio likes Mr. Echo. There you go. Hard to not dig Mr. Echo. Here's X11. Here's a pitch, X11. Don't do it. Ouch. Shots fired. It's called Lost because if you miss an episode, that's what you are. Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
That is fair.
Don't miss an episode then, right? It's a rabbit hole. I wouldn't go down again. Rosie O'Donnell was great in Lost. She played Hurley. Ouch. Shots fired. You're pretty lost if you watch every episode. You guys are hilarious.
Who's Rosie O'Donnell?
She's a comedian. She's in League of Their Own.
Which one is she?
She's Madonna's best friend.
Ah.
Who is that?
Rosie O'Donnell, the comedian talk show host.
She played Hurley.
Actress, I guess. It's called Lost because it's what happens to the plot. Ouch. Locke is one of the best and more interesting ones too. Charlie is great also. And as you may have noticed, I'm John. I got a Kate and I got a Charlie. So
and Charlotte. My real name is also Charlotte.
She's really Charlotte too, right? So there's definitely some Lost love going around here. If there's no veterans or Eagle Scouts in the group, they're all going to die. There is some discussion of Boy Scouts and scouting. The only veteran in the group is an Iraqi soldier, one of the Republican Guard soldiers. There is an Iraqi soldier. We got Burning Block hitting us with a $5 super chat. Amazing hairstyle, Kate. Great books. John, make sure the girls get extra bagels for Charlie. Bye. All right, let's give him the branding.
Lost. Let's tell you where it's streaming.
No, We're gonna do the branding first. Cade loves the robot.
Wow, a super chat. Thank you. You.
And which other one does he like? Let's do Let It Go. We got Comics Kings not only saying good morning, but hitting us with a $2 super chat. So this one's for you, Brandon. Here you go. Ready? Such a great sound. Good morning to Michael and Riley from the Downright Nerdy podcast. Happy 4th of July to you as well. Ooh, yes. Great recommendation for Bravo. If you are liking Scout's Honor is a great independent comic book, and I'm fairly sure the trade paperback is coming soon. Great indie comic book, Scout's Honor. Highly recommend it. Let's see here. Gore Vidal says, just watched for Evangeline Lilly. I mean, Evangeline Lilly is always good entertainment.
Got lost in her eyes.
That's one place to get lost for sure. That laugh gets us every time. We called it her dolphin laugh when she was a baby. She would just do that funny dolphin laugh, and we were like, "This is hilarious." That's easily the best recording of it. So it's captured now forever in YouTube glory. So we've been watching Lost. Is there any episodes you really liked? Any characters you mentioned you liked Sawyer a bunch?
The last Sawyer episode we watched.
We just watched The Long Con, where Sawyer tricks.
Oh God!
He tricks the community into getting all the guns from them.
Yeah, it was like a con in a con. I was like,
it was several layers deep, right? Where he was tricking people. That was really fun.
Oh my God, it was so good. And I didn't like Fire and Water.
That's my least favorite episode, so I'm not surprised you didn't like that. That's the Charlie episode where he's dealing with having visions of needing to baptize Claire's baby. Yeah, not really good.
And I don't really like Claire. So
yeah.
My baby.
Don't my baby.
Don't touch my baby.
Yeah, Claire's pretty.
We quote that often.
Yeah, we definitely throw that one out there a lot.
Yeah.
I will absolutely play that again, Bravo. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat, my good man. Happy 4th of July weekend. And here you go. Ready? So good. And here she is talking to Darth Vader.
I really don't like when you're doing that.
But I'm the bad guy. I'm supposed to destroy everything.
But I don't do that. I just save people. And I make stuff for them.
I don't think that sounds very evil.
Doesn't sound very evil.
Can we do the Friends one? It's so cute.
Oh, Riley loves the haircut. Enjoying the haircut.
Thank you.
Poor Charlie. The feels, right? Yep. She's got the feels.
Yeah, when we watched that episode of like Fire and Water.
It was a phase. It came and it went.
Sadly.
It was a glorious little phase. It came and it went.
The episode Fire and Water, I hated that episode so much.
Well, I will say both of you seem to be very emotionally connected to the person who owns your name on the show.
I don't care about
Kate is like Kate. Charlie is like worried about Charlie.
I feel like Kate likes Sawyer a lot more.
I like Sawyer way more.
I think that actor is really entertaining, and I think that character is very entertaining.
Both of them, or just who are you talking about?
Sawyer. But I like Evangeline Lilly is incredibly talented.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie gets upset when Charlie goes through things on the show.
And
No, yeah, very upset.
But there you go. All right, should we get back to a comic book or a book to share?
No.
I got Beta Ray Bill. How about? Anybody read Beta Ray Bill this week? I don't mean to cover up Kate. I should cover Charlie, who's not even there. Oh, now she's there. Beta Ray Bill is amazing. This book is really great, and they're only one issue away from being done.
Can I make some tea?
If you wish.
Gracias.
Beta Ray Bill has been great. If you have not read this, I highly, highly recommend it. It's just a 5-issue storyline, and my girls are like, "You're talking comics, so we're out of here. Peace, sucker." Daniel Warren Johnson is the writer-artist on this book. He's doing all the work, and it's really, really nailing it. I think you could probably find all the issues at your shop because it's not spec'd on. People are not like, "Oh, I got to get this book. I got to get this book." They're missing out on it. And in a trade paperback, this would be amazing. So I am highly recommending checking this out. I'm going to go and try to find his Wonder Woman book. He did a book about Wonder Woman called Wonder Woman Dead Earth, like a futuristic look at Wonder Woman. And I hear that was amazing too. Now you're talking, Perry. Perry knows his lost, man. He knows his lost. But we got Sharon, Life with Two YouTubers. How are you doing? Kid free. Hope you're doing well. We were talking about Lost, but we're moving on. We're moving on. Thank you for sticking with us, chat. Super Russ, I hope you're doing all right, man. Promiscuous Time Traveler says, I heard the story is awesome for Beta Ray Bill. He's waiting for the trade. There you go. Boom. Definitely worth the time. It makes all of us. It makes all of us sad, my man. Definitely makes all of us sad. I've read Murder Falcon. That was another really good one by him too. I forgot about that one. Good call. Good call. We're wishing Rena a little good luck at her book signing today for sure. Ruben Guzman, neighbor to the north. I hope you survived that heat wave up there, my man. I know that it's been brutal hot in the Pacific Northwest and into Canada. Ruben is in the Portland, Oregon area, and they were hit with that 115-degree heat last week. Not good stuff. The bearded comic bro. Oh, shoot. I want to shout out Bearded Comic Bro. His video on Friday was hilarious. Yeah. We watched it twice as a family. Very, very funny stuff. Of course, we like to think we helped out a little bit, but if you missed his video on Name That Character, Charlie and I got a little bit involved over there. So be ready for that. If you're a fan of It 90, you're going to love this series. Beta Ray Bill has been great, and I don't even really like that character. It's amazing, fantastic. Rena, what is up?
Hello, Greg.
And at 114 degrees, yeah, just getting started. Yeah, Vegas is on another level, but you're a desert climate. They're in the mountains, and they've got all the beautiful trees, and they're a coastal. Like what? 114 is nuts for their area. Just not. That's not normal. Not normal. Rena said something. She's a little late. She said, "Mom told me you wished me luck." And hey, of course, she's been selling books like crazy. If you don't know, she's got tons of great reading material. This is a community author. So you can definitely check with her to pick up her books. If I think your mom has a wrench in my chat. So if Sharon wants to drop the link to Rena's website where you can buy her books, definitely feel free to do that.
Yeah,
and then Brandon, thank you so much, Wrenching, for dropping the link to Bearded Comic Bros' latest episode. And Charlie and I are trying to leave comments, replying to everybody in that on that video. So if you leave a comment, we'll definitely comment back. I'd love to hear how many of those classic Uncanny X-Men covers can you name the missing character on? And I might post some of them, next week after the video's been up for a little bit. Let's see here. Yes, Kate was rocking a new haircut. She got a hair trim. Trying something new. That was Rena saying she liked the new haircut.
Thank you. I call it my Willy Wonka cut.
The Willy Wonka?
Yeah, like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka.
You want to get the hat and the big glasses?
Do you have any glasses?
I don't.
I have the glasses.
You're going to go grab the glasses? They're on their way to Cocoa Beach. So Rena is on a book tour right now, 90, and she is in Florida, but I don't know if she's close to where you are in Florida. Florida, obviously, quite a large state. So she's in Cocoa Beach. I don't know how close that is to you. Trying to connect YouTube personalities. Charlie took my spot there. I'm gonna pull out another book that I'm. Ooh, here's an offbeat book that I'm reading right now. I'm halfway through A Study in Emerald. This is a Neil Gaiman book that's like a little horror, but a little Sherlock Holmes. A Study in Emerald by Neil Gaiman. The artwork is really kind of cool. I'm trying to find a couple of pages that are really interesting. Victorian era London, mystery, and a little Cthulhu going on in this story as well. Cthulhu is like an evil monster from H.P. Lovecraft's era. Okay, well, you're close, but not too far. So I had never heard of this. I want to say this was a gift from a community member from a long time ago, and I never got around to reading it, but I just started it this morning. I love this cover. The color work, really, really great. So I've been enjoying this. I've been trying this out. If you're a Sherlock fan, this is hardcover from Dark Horse Comics. Might be something you want to check out. Charlie's a big Sherlock fan, so she's checking it out. So I see you got the glasses going for. You just need a top hat now.
You have a top hat?
I don't have a top
You
hat.
have a hat I can use. Like Rod's hat? And then you call
I thought it was back here. It's in my closet somewhere. It's gonna be a little while. So there you go.
Post it on your Instagram later.
Ariel says, I was looking at buying a Neil Gaiman book called Norse Mythology. Interesting, Ariel. I hadn't heard of that one. Kate, your new hair reminds me a little of Akima from Titan AE, who was voiced by Drew Barrymore. She had longer bangs and different color, but similar style. There you go. We got Nick, the comic nerd. What is up? Going on? Seeing you, Nick. How's it going?
Thank you. X11 Bravo.
So anyways, I was enjoying this book. A nice mystery novel, a fun style for mixing Sherlock Holmes stories with a little bit of there's the Cthulhu monster, looks a little bit like Swamp Thing, and there's Watson and Sherlock.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Are their names Watson and Sherlock?
Yes, that's Sherlock and that's Watson. It's the characters Sherlock Holmes and Watson.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was someone like that.
No, it is literally Watson and Sherlock mixed with a little horror storyline. So, there's murder and intrigue. Well, I'm almost done with it, and then I'll know how scary it gets. But then, yeah, absolutely. Promiscuous Time Traveler says he tried that Norse mythology book by Neil Gaiman. Couldn't get into the story. Or they couldn't get into the artwork. There you go. Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Legion of Comics, Mark. I joined Mark. If you don't know Legion of Comics, you're missing out on huge amounts of comic talk. And I got a nice DC background going here, Mark, with my Batman background. But Mark does these Friday morning, early for my time, 7:30 Eastern a.m. So 4:30 my time. But I'm usually up by 5:30. I joined the Legion of Comics crew and hung out, and it was a lot of fun yesterday morning. So if you missed it, definitely jump over there and check it out. It was a lot of fun hanging with the gang. Their Friday morning crew is just super chill, a little coffee, a little breakfast, and a little comic talk. It's a lot of fun. So great stuff. Always a lot of fun to watch that in the morning. Let's see. Bravo says Liz has a DC Sherlock comic from 1975. I didn't know that. That's new for me.
What we mean a DC like
Detective Comics. It's the brand. Hey, and there he is, Simon R. Would you grab the Blu-ray box? Sorry, you just got settled with your drink, but I'm gonna hit the branding for Simon R. That one. hit this up for Simon. Let's see. What have we not watched today? How about
Sliding.
Okay. Yeah.
the sliding? And this one more for you, Simon R, for the super chat. Thank you, sir. So thank you, Simon, for the super chat. And it's just in time because now Simon sent us this awesome Sherlock Holmes Blu-ray set. The other day, Charlie and I were talking about loving mystery stories and her Nancy Drew and her Hardy Boys and her Sherlock. And he was like, has she seen Basil Rathbone as Sherlock? And we're like, no, she hasn't seen that. He sent us this collector's complete set of all 14 movies that Basil Rathbone did as Sherlock. There he is. He's the sort of quintessential deerstalker cap version of Sherlock. Charlie and I watched 2 of them already. So absolutely awesome.
The first one was amazing.
We loved the first one. The second one was not as good for me, but man, that first one. Yeah, Sharon, Kate got her haircut. So absolutely cool Sherlock. And you want to tell, what did you think of that first movie? So the first one was Hound of Baskervilles. The second one was The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
I liked the Hound of Baskerville. That was a really good one, and it had a dog, so of course.
Yes, it had the dog as a pivotal part of the story. I love the sets, the huge like mansions that they were in, the moor with the mists, right? Really amazing production quality of these movies. Absolutely phenomenal. And then, of course, the disguises.
Yeah.
Sherlock's disguises were so good.
In every mystery, Sherlock is always dressed up as something, and there's me that one character that's not super important, but they're just always there. And you have to suspect that if you look at the eyes, you can usually figure out it's probably Sherlock.
So the first movie, I was like, Charlie, I think that's Sherlock. And you're like, what? And then it was. The second movie, you're like, Dad, I think that's Sherlock. And I was like, what? And then it was.
Yeah.
So we both were able to spot him in his disguises at one point. Yeah, really funny.
It's his eyes because they're so distinct. Like they do close-ups of that person, and you can see his eyes. And you're like, oh, it's.
So it was. This was a lot of fun, and Simon, we're definitely going to keep watching these. So grateful for the gift. Very, very kind of you, my man.
Can I watch one?
Absolutely. There's 14 of them. We got 12 more. Look, it's a 4-disc set. 5-disc set. Sorry, 5 DVDs, Blu-rays.
And the best part is they don't have to be in order.
They
don't mention.
Quick question.
No, they don't.
So perfect.
Do you think this is better than Robert Downey Jr.?
It's very different than the Robert Downey Jr. right?
Because that's my favorite.
Robert Downey Jr. is like a sloppy, drunk slob person.
He's a little slovenly, right? A little bit
very
messy.
Smart and clever, but then this guy, Basil Rathbone, is like super clean. He's clever. He's cunning.
Yes.
He's good.
Basil
he just knows.
Rathbone?
Basil Rathbone.
Who's that?
Basil Rathbone is the actor in this who plays Sherlock. He's also in the really great Adventures of Robin Hood movie that I love with Errol Flynn. He is the Sheriff of Nottingham in that. He played a lot of villains later in his career. Sorry, we're missing a ton of people in the chat. I want to say hi to. Hold on, wait 1 second. Chaos says, have you guys watched Raya the Last Dragon?
It was really good. We saw it in the theaters. It's on Disney Plus, I think.
I've never seen it.
So we can probably watch it.
Okay.
It's really good. And you still have to watch Luca.
I still have to watch Luca too.
Luca was really good.
I've missed a few things. And then I missed Sharon says the Hound is almost exactly like the book. I agree. Very, very. And she loves that version of Sherlock is her favorite. Ariel says we have the same Sherlock on our video wall on display. There you go. Big Will says the Study in Emerald you have is a reverse Sherlock with Cthulhu story, and I was just talking about it. Yeah.
And
one more, Charlie. One more person, because I think you're a big fan of this person.
Yay!
That's Mrs. Bearded. We dropped the link earlier for the episode where she was getting a little revenge on Mr. Bearded with the covers that Charlie helped me cultivate, classic X-Men covers, and we took a character out. So we went through a cover like X-Men 101, and we took out one of the people drowning in the water behind in front of the Phoenix, and Greg had to try to remember who the character was.
So
a lot
funny.
of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked when he got the second time he got one right. He was like, "Yes," and he just stood up and walked away. And then came back.
Oh, thank you. I will definitely check that when we're off of here. I appreciate the links, man.
Bearded.
Have you guys seen the 85's Young Sherlock Holmes? We've watched that one for sure. Right?
Curly
the Young
hair.
Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he's got the curly hair and he's like just meeting Watson at prep
I love that
school.
one.
I love
Right?
that.
It's so good.
I feel so bad for that poor girl that died.
Slovenly, drunk, slovenly person. Me? I mean, maybe. John's kids are growing up at the same pop culture knowledge children from the 70s and 80s had. I'm saying it's pretty true. Luke, Perry liked Luca. Did you girls like Luca, the Pixar mermaid movie?
I liked the animation. It was so colorful.
It was really
and bright.
pretty.
I loved it.
It was very Coco, I thought.
Ariel says Downey is more like what Sherlock could have been in real life, but Basil is his ideal
was
version.
like-
I totally agree.
It was like Coco, but instead of using like more orangey, like red and pink,
It was
they
more
used more
bluish
blue,
and
green,
greenish.
and
Yeah, it was really. There's
It's good.
33 people.
There are 33
That's
people
insane.
watching. Thank you for hanging, everyone. The
Yeah.
X-Men thing was really hard, says Chaos. How did you do, Chaos? What was your ratio? How did you succeed there? Promiscuous Time Traveler says, I picked up the Stillwater trade. He's really liking it. Also read Shadecraft 4 at his LCS. Wow. Now I know why that series was optioned before release. Shout out to Coach Vic, who is usually in our chat, because I mentioned I couldn't get Shadecraft. My LCS sold out of it before I knew that it was any good. He is sending me all 4 issues of Shadecraft as a gift, and I'm very much looking forward to reading those. Kevin, my neighbor to the north, Entropy in Comics. He's like an hour away from me. We've got to hook up and meet at some point, but thank you for coming by, Kev. I appreciate it, man. Lasso says, if I was on Comic Goys and played a Wonder Woman cover, you'd still vote for me, right? I don't know. Big Will's not a big fan of the Robert Downey Jr. version of Sherlock, but I know some people felt differently, right? Everybody's got their favorite.
Jude Law, Watson.
Chaos only got 2. Hey, that's what Bearded did. He got the same. Brother Joe, what is going on? Good to see you. Okay, I think we caught everybody. The backyard is done. Entropy in Comics. I definitely want to come by and hang. We're on summer break, so it's totally possible to find a little time to make it work. Plus, Kate and I have already been, we're vaxxed and waxed and ready for fun.
Unsolicited back pics. Remember that ad?
we have to get accents
Okay,
still.
so Lost has a bunch of like different ad points, so we've been memorizing ads. And
So Kate wanted to mention where you can watch Lost if you want to, and actually you can watch some Basil Rathbone's Sherlock as well. The Lost is on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, you can watch Lost over there. They just have ads, and you start memorizing those ads. On HBO, they have a Turner Classic Movie section, and I believe some of the Basil Rathbone Sherlocks are there. So if you have HBO Max, I think you can watch some of them there. Just a little thumbs up mentioning. Sounds like Entropy in Comics interviewed the creator of Shadecraft, so that's awesome on his channel.
Are these in black and
Time
white?
Traveler interviewed the artist of By the Horns. I went for a parody interview. There you go.
Are these in color?
They are not. These are black and white. Basil Rathbone is in the era of black and white Sherlock movies.
Interesting.
But we've been enjoying them absolutely.
Hey, promiscuous time traveler. You can travel into the future, right?
Woo.
Yeah.
Because if you can, then that means that you can, there's no point in watching and you waiting for the next episode of Loki, or Lost or whatever. You can just go into the future
There you go.
and watch them all.
Big Will says he went 9 out of 10 on the X-Men trivia on Bearded Comic Bro. The White Queen is the one that fooled him. Of
You'd
course,
think
I
it
had
was
Storm.
Phoenix.
Storm was in there 3 times as a little hint for people what's going on. Kirk, another neighbor to the north. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Kirk. I hope the garden's going well. I know he's been gardening a ton. Ariel with a $10 super chat to the Bagel Fund. We truly appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. And let's see what we got. We haven't done some of these before. How about where's the hula dancing Kate? And then we got
I was scared.
the dog one, the little puppy one. Priscilla Time Tyler says, "Do you want to spoil Loki for? Does she want to spoil Loki for you, Charlie? We are all caught up on Loki, so don't worry about us. We are caught up."
You can also like go back in time and like, oh no, you should go forward in time, figure out all Loki, and then go back in time and say you have
spoil
some
it all.
ideas of what's gonna happen, and then you know it's actually gonna happen.
Nice.
So do that.
Sharon is on the knockout today versus Big Will. Very exciting. John was responsible for just guessing Storm would have gotten you more than Bearded got. Yeah, I mean, basically, that's fact. If you had just guessed Storm for every single question, you would have gotten 3 out of 10 just by guessing Storm every single time.
Wow.
I'm just saying it would work.
I think I only got 3 wrong,
Storm.
remember?
Look, more SoCal homies meeting up. I am meeting up with a NorCal or a Central Cal homie later today. So very
Today?
exciting. Today.
Where, are we coming?
You are not. It's just going to be me.
What time is it?
I'm going to go and meet for lunch. Do you need my whole schedule? Is everything okay? Kate
Sure.
needs my schedule.
Watch Lost with
Now
you.
they're like huggy. They're like, oh, we're going to miss you, Todd.
We
We're
want to
going to
watch
miss you.
Lost with you.
Oh, you want more?
Come on.
That's why they want more Lost. That's what it is. Sad face. All right. So can we get into Loki spoiler time? Do we want to talk Loki?
Yes.
33 people hanging in the chat. I can put up the Loki spoiler banner.
What? Get spoilers.
We are fully caught up.
Big.
We've watched the most recent episode, which had some huge things happen. Kate even screamed out a couple of times.
When? I forgot. Sorry.
We'll get into it. You can mute us if you want, and when this goes down, we'll be done with the Loki spoilers. Or you can leave, come back later. I totally understand.
Catch us on the replay.
Catch us on the replay.
after
Yeah,
you've
however you
watched the
want to do it.
episode.
I know a few people are like, oh, I don't want to be spoiled on the show. Totally understand. Time Tyler says, if you want, I'll tell you what happens in episode 6, but you're not going to like it. Shocker. Okay. So, girls, firstly, how are you feeling about the show
It's so
right
good.
now?
Sorry.
You enjoying it?
Mhm. I
How does it
love
rank with WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier for you right now?
Put it above Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But below Wanda?
Yeah.
So it's the peanut butter and jelly in the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
The
Charlie,
peanut butter.
what about you?
Bottom bread.
It's the bottom bread. It's Wanda, Falcon, Wanda, and then Loki. Okay, good.
It's like Loki's good, and I love the character, and I'm glad that now we're getting more Lokis.
Right.
But like, there's not much mischievous things. Loki's supposed to be like mischievous, and we haven't really had anything mischievous that's happened.
He's been trying to be mischievous, but he keeps getting caught by Mobius, right? Mobius keeps catching him in his little plans.
Yeah, but like when he cut off Lady Sif's hair, like that's something that
That
Loki
is
does.
That was very funny.
Like pranks and things like that. That's what Loki does. He's mischievous, but this entire time he hasn't done anything mischievous.
Nice.
And he's like trying to team up with Sylvie, and then she asks him what makes a Loki, and he says independence.
Mm-hmm.
But then if it's independence, then he's not Loki because he's asking to be a team.
Interesting.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, I certainly
Confusing.
like him to be mischievous. Chaos says, "Give Loki time." I think the mischievousness is coming. I think there's been enough mischievousness for me, but I do feel like it's not my favorite. I think it would be my least favorite of the 3 so far. But I agree with Chaos saying that each episode's gotten better.
Yeah.
So I felt like this was the best episode they've done so far. So I'm looking forward to kind of the final. I guess there's just 2 left. Loki episodes. I think it's been a show that has gotten better as it's gone along. WandaVision still holds up as my favorite, number 1.
Yeah.
But I really loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier way more than I thought I would. So that's been one that I think is underappreciated. And then Loki, depending on how these final 2 episodes go.
What are the other shows they're also going to be doing?
They have What If, the
Which is
animated
animated,
series
yeah.
coming. They've got a Hawkeye TV series that's on the way.
With Kate Bishop.
They have a Ms. Marvel TV series coming.
Who's Miss Marvel?
The one that stretches like Mr.
Wait.
Fantastic. Kamala Khan is her
There's
name.
so many Marvel people.
There is.
Captain Marvel,
Um,
Miss Marvel.
I think she's Pakistani.
Miss
Is she
Marvel.
Pakistani?
There's
Yeah.
2
Or
Miss
her,
Marvel.
I thought she's American. I thought
She's from New Jersey, but her
her heritage. Yeah.
There's 2 Miss Marvels because isn't Jean Grey once, wasn't she?
Jean Grey is a Ms. Marvel. She's Marvel Girl. Sorry.
Oh girl.
Ms. Marvel was also Carol Danvers.
And
Yeah.
Captain.
WandaVision isn't really rewatchable.
Manuel, what is going on? Chamorro Cinema. Good to see you, my man. I thought this was true too, Chaos. I feel like Loki's powers are a little different. He like catches buildings in midair, like without touching them, and then like puts them back up at one point.
It's more like
Another time he makes this little green magic appear and throws it at somebody and knocks them down.
An
Like
energy blast.
I've never seen Loki
Yeah,
do
but then
those
there are
things.
things that he
Those are
does do,
very unusual
But then
powers.
he does a thing where like he like teleports in a way. Like when he's
I
with
think
her.
he can create an illusion of himself and then make it go away so that it looks like he's jumping around.
I think
Yeah.
what it is he covers himself, runs over to the other side, and then poop. I don't know. Like he turns invisible or something.
It's a flash ray.
And like when he turns into someone, like when he says, "We're gonna do this plan my way," and then he goes to the other side of her, and he's in a
That was so
different
funny.
outfit. That's
Right.
what he's been. He can do that.
Yeah.
We know he did. He's able to do that.
So like for me, those little magic things were a little odd, but I have been enjoying it beyond that. I did love seeing the 3, what were they called? The timekeepers. The
Yeah,
timekeepers. What's up, Rod? Take it easy, man. I hope you have a great weekend. Remember to check in on Rod if you want to get one of those sweet variants that he's got going with the Rod Just a Rican and his comics logo on the back. Zuni, good morning to you. We met the timekeepers and had some spoiler shockers with the timekeepers.
They were robots.
They were robots.
Or androids.
Yeah, some kind of it almost looked like a ride at
Mindless
Disneyland, right?
Animatronics.
With like the animatronics,
Yeah,
right?
but I didn't like it because like that one guy in the middle, like, you could hear him perfectly, but when the other 2 talk, you can't understand what they're saying.
It was
at
hard to
all.
understand them, right?
Like it just sounds like the first guy, he says you can hear him, and then the other guys are like, and
Yeah.
it's like a beard, and the other he's like,
It was very strange.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It's like, really, guys.
But it explains it
What
maybe a little
about-
bit if there was like, if they were robots the whole time, right?
What about the fact that everyone just got phased? Pruned.
Pruned. There was a lot of pruning. A lot of pruning.
Mobius.
Mobius.
Sorry.
Morbius is the vampire who fights Spider-Man.
Okay, thanks.
But Mobius is
and Loki got
and
pruned.
Loki got pruned.
And at the end, we
Yeah.
saw all the other Lokis
That have been
And I was
pruned.
Like,
Yeah, right. Jeff Schultz is saying, "Hey, good to see you, Jeff Schultz."
I
He's
totally
saying that
thought
Kang
they
is
looked
like
Kang.
Wizard of Oz behind it all. I could totally see that,
Who's
Schultz.
Kang?
And he's the
Kang is a
He works with
super
time.
villain who fights the Avengers a lot. He was a time traveler who's trying to fix time. And the theory might be that he is the villain behind this whole thing, which totally makes sense.
Yeah, in every way.
So
And it
this
looked
whole
like him.
thing could be his way of fixing time.
But
I was thinking,
sorry, Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, doesn't Kang have like a girlfriend, right, or something?
There is a female Kang counterpart.
Yeah,
I don't remember
what
what
is
her
it? That
name
could be
is.
like the lady that is like the top. Because if he is like the person, then he would probably, it would make sense that he would make his girlfriend or his relationship, whoever he really likes, as like basically the one of the top people. So that could be true.
Yep.
But she's just, it's kind of confusing because if it was King, why would he make her at first a hunter and then move her to the top? That doesn't
I don't know.
Kang will be in Ant-Man 3.
I heard that. That's what they're saying. But they also were hinting that maybe he'll appear at the end of one of these series. So it could be this one, right? Like the last little moment, where you reveal something.
But like the way their faces were shaped, the colors of their faces, the very like blue, deep blues and deep purples.
For the timekeepers?
That are like his face. And the masks they had on the side were very Kang as well.
Okay. So the imagery looked a little like Kang.
Very similar.
I don't know. I've never seen what Kang looks like.
So Zuni is mentioning the 3 Lokis, right? Or actually, no, it was more like 4 or 5 Lokis maybe that we saw at the end.
No, there were 3.
At the end, when they jumped through, we had the original old school Loki costume,
the
little kid, and then the big buff looking guy, and then the kid was holding an alligator with Loki horns on it, like a Loki alligator. All very interesting.
Loki dog.
So it's possible that those little pruning batons don't actually kill people, but send them somewhere.
I
I thought there was like a whole crowd, but maybe I wasn't seeing it right.
Yeah, Jeff Schultz.
Loki-gator.
It sounds like Kirk turned on the subtitles to actually hear what the timekeepers were saying. So I didn't do that. I didn't go that route. You are all so close to it. I don't even have to spoil it, said promiscuous time traveler. The Loki Gator. Yeah, the Loki.
The Loki-gator.
Loki-gator. Loki dog.
Ravonna Renslayer is Kang's counterpart. Thank you, time traveler. Thank you.
Daddy.
They were on a desolated Earth.
Yeah.
Could
Daddy
be.
said that after they pruned Mobius, he was like, they pruned Lightning McQueen.
Okay.
And we all went, ka-chow.
Yeah, right. There was a funny meme that I see if I can find it. Yeah. And I don't know if it's going to show up very well on the screen, but it was basically him in the same position as Loki. And did I die? And then several different versions of that actor, Owen Wilson, saying, no, but you will be unless you come with us. Right? Just like all the different Lokis with the Loki Gator and the kid Loki. So this is what the meme looked like. You can see Owen Wilson saying, am I dead? And you have him from Night at the Museum. You have him from Lightning McQueen. You have him from Zoolander. All the different Lokis. All the different Owen Wilsons.
The first time I think I saw him in something, he was in
He's
Wonder.
He's in a bunch of things. Yeah. He was in the Marley and Me movie.
We did see one of those.
So it's just a very funny way to kind of like mix that together. It cracked me up. Loki is not as good as I expected. Says Terry, not a big fan. Nice to see you in the chat, though, Terry. Thanks for coming by.
What about the one with like the Chinese guy, Shanghai Noon?
Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon. Yeah, he's in those movies as well. Yeah.
Is that him on there?
He was not in that cowboy costume. I think that was the version of him from Night at the Museum, the cowboy costume.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Sharon mentioning it too. Look, boom, right there. And Wedding Crashers, Legion of Comics for sure. Bottle Rocket, good movies. Now we're in an Owen Wilson thing. I love Owen Wilson. Big fan.
Lightning McQueen. Cars 2. Cars 3, Cars 4, Cars 1.
Ugh.
There's like
I only needed one of those Cars movies. I didn't need 4 or 5 of them. Hard pass. But I'm an Owen Wilson fan. I think he's very, very funny. And I like Luke Wilson, his brother, too.
Can we talk about another show we started watching?
Go ahead.
we started watching a show on Disney Plus called The Mysterious Benedict Society,
Oh yeah.
which is super good.
Okay. You watched how many episodes?
2 out of the 3.
2 of the 3.
It was
Because they're releasing that one like weekly,
Yeah.
right?
It
Yeah.
was really interesting.
The Mysterious Benedict
Benedict
Society.
Society.
Okay, quick thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up?
Um,
Thumbs up? Okay. We're not going to get into it too much because we're
I
still
just
in the
wanna-
Loki section of the show.
I know.
We don't want to skip around too much and lose people.
Okay.
Cars 1 was okay. One of Cade's all-time favorites. I respect that. Any last comments on Loki? We've only got 2 episodes left. I'm really hoping Owen Wilson is not gone from the show, that he does come back.
He was such a good character.
Yeah, I think Mobius was my favorite part of the show. So I'm enjoying his banter with Loki.
Me too.
But if that's the end of him, then that's a bummer. Loki spoilers, any more comments?
I think we can say that all the hype there shows we are going to be a little let down because there will be a huge reveal at the end, only a hint at the end of anything.
The villain is going to be Loki. Could be.
Cars 1 was Hollywood.
It was Doc Hollywood. Doc Hollywood. Yeah. It's the story Doc Hollywood done with Cars. Absolutely 100%. Ignacio is right. Like they just took the plot and made it into a Pixar movie. For sure. All right, I'm going to take this banner down just in case anybody's had us on mute this whole time. All done. No more Loki spoilers. We will stop with the Loki spoilers.
Like just for like a minute, because I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to summarize it.
Quickly give us the pitch. Go ahead.
So basically, the world, like there's this emergency in the world. That's what the whole world's thinking about.
Okay.
And so this man, Mr. Benedict, he's finding secret waves hidden in TV shows that we watch all the time.
Okay.
And they're like brainwashing us to make us feel really anxious and try to like be on edge about each other.
Okay.
And so he has a bunch of kids take this test, and there's a bunch of different tests, and it's to see who's compassionate and who actually cares. So he gets 4 kids, and they just have to save the world and like find out where the message is coming from, the little hidden message in the TV. And it's really good. So there's only 3 episodes, but it's so good.
And this is on Disney. I said Netflix earlier, but it's a Disney show, right? Yeah.
Oh
And it's called
The Mysterious Benedict Society.
Just in case people are still looking for it.
You know how when you open Disney Plus, it shows like all the TV shows and then it shows the stuff that like scrolls across the scron.
It's up there.
Usually up there because it's
so new
every week.
Gotcha. That's why I don't watch TV, Kate. Don't want those messages burning into your brain. We're gonna get out of here. It's over an hour, and I'm supposed to meet up with a NorCal homie. Discovery Bay and I are gonna hang out today because he's down in my area. So that's the plan. Sounds a little like The Giver, says Jeff Schultz.
The Giver was so good. I loved that book.
The book.
I own it now.
I haven't seen the
read
movie,
it last year.
but
the movie's supposed to be not as good.
Yeah.
But the book is
chef's kiss.
The ending's pretty good, but the rest is like dystopian.
I will post pictures of any time hanging with Discovery Bay so you can see the 2 of us hanging out for lunch. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend. I'll be on my channel Monday night, the 5th of July, for some Comet Gory's Summer Olympics. So I hope to see you then. Have a great weekend. Thank you for all those super chats. And
have a good day. Hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, subscribe to Bearded Comic Bro, and nerd out.